Welcome back to Launchpad Dads, 4 R's to problem solving. Today we're on number 3. The first one was recognize. The second was reflect. And now we're on to research, which is step number 3. All right. So now that you have put work into identifying the issue at hand and have taken adequate time to reflect on it, it's time to do the third R, research. I think we all know what the word research means, but Launchpad Dads does it a little bit differently. Keep in mind, we are not looking for strictly empirical data here. That means data with numbers. We're not looking for that exactly, although it can be helpful. We're looking for self-report data from ourselves and the ones we care about the most. So this focus is going to be more on the subjective side of things rather than the numerically supported data that research so often values the most. All right, research. Research is seeking out answers to your questions that are outside of yourself. So often we get stuck on a problem even after we reflected on it. It's time to do what may feel a little uncomfortable, but is entirely necessary. We need to talk to those involved in our life. There is some risk to this, and that is why you must carefully word your problems to them. So, do not go Wild West on this. You need to know what you're going to ask before you're going to ask it. That's going to help clarify the issue to the people that you're asking it to. And that's why reflection is so important at that time. Reflection is thinking about what's causing this, what it is, and how it can be worded into something that other people will understand. Because when you get to the research step, you're going to need to have that answer, and you're going to need to go forward with it to whomever it relies on or pertains to. Let's say you're struggling with being a dad and you took the time to identify this and put effort into getting to the deeper meaning behind the problem. Research wants you to bring this up to your wife, but in a different way. You should word your insecurity or problem like this. I'm feeling down and feeling like a bad father. What are some things the kids need from me? Then see how they respond. It's different than saying, am I a bad father? This puts a little bit of the feeling in there. The feeling word is feeling down, depressed, whatever it is. And then it kind of gives you a little bit of, it gives them a little bit of background. I'm feeling like a bad father. Then the question is, what are some things the kids need from me? Because remember, you're lost on this. You don't know what the kids need, but you just feel like a bad father, and in part for maybe not knowing what they need. But you're going to get a much better response from the one that you care about if you word it something on those lines. Also, research may find you going to your local library for a book on fatherhood, or not, because libraries don't exist anymore, or you might use a computer instead. You can ask Google if you are a bad dad, but it will be more worth your time to ask, how can I improve as a dad? The internet is full of ideas. There's just a ton. I'm of course joking about libraries not existing anymore. But Kindle is a very good way to read books these days. It used to be kind of a different platform, but I've started using it recently, and it's much improved. You get extra credit if you read an entire book on the topic. The Kindle app is actually very intuitive now and available on smartphones and PCs. I used to hate Kindle app, but they've done an excellent job polishing it over the years. The end result of researching is that you will be knowledgeable and have ideas of things you want to do or try out to relieve the identified problem at hand. The biggest takeaway is that there are many ways to research problems. You should incorporate a combination of these methods into your process, which involves talking and reading helpful sources. Don't just rely on one thing. And remember, society doesn't have the answers for you. I'm going to take a big guess that if you just ask the average Joe, they're going to give you an answer that is commonplace, but not very helpful. Stop feeling bad about not being a good dad. You work all the time, and that's hard on you. You know, uh, it's okay to work all the time, but you need to be there for your kids too, which is probably why you're working on things. If your identified problem as a dad is pretty severe, please consult me. I'm happy to email or take a phone call. So I'm available. Like, seriously, you want to consult on your problem, reach out. Totally fine with that. My number and my email is everywhere, but it's ryan.plash@discoverymentalhealth.com, or you can reach me by my phone, 612-207-9953. So the next step is Rocket. Woo! So we'll be going over that another day. I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in today. Really appreciate the support. If you have a moment to like this video at all, please do. Otherwise, if you could share it, that would be wonderful too. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting with you.